Good afternoon. It's late afternoon. It's about 4:30. I'm in Starthconnan, Stathconon, to Càrn, and just about to head into the hills. So I'm going to go a short way over the Bealach in the distance here. It's the dip in the hills just to the left. So go through the estate houses and then steeply up. It goes to about 500 metres, the Bealach, so a bit of a stiff climb to start with. Drop down the other side and there's a bridge. I'll probably try and just camp around about there. But lovely day, and forecast is good for the next week. So we'll see what next few days holds. So I'm going to just camp tonight after a short walk, and then do the Strathfarrer Munros probably tomorrow, and then see what takes me fancy after that. Okay, I'll catch you later. Bye now. Bye. Decided to take the stalker's path to start with instead of the vehicle track. Should be a bit softer on the foot, but should join the track further up. I have to cut across a little bit. That's me just about at the Bealach. Some good views down back towards the house at Càrn and the hills beyond. Just about to cross the Bealach now. It was a little bit further than I thought it was, but got there now. Just about to see one of the Strathfarrer Munros. I think that's the first one for tomorrow. It's 300 or 400 metres across here, and then down to River Orrin on the bridge and camp. Just dropping down into Glen Orrin now. It's rather lovely. The river flats over there. A bit more wooded over here. And there's the Strathfarrar Hills in the background there. The original plan was to go up between the two on the left. And there's a stalker's path that leads part way up. But there's an outlier, or should I say another Munro, behind this one, and it means an out and back. So another alternative would be to go down Glen Orrin this way, the further east, and then cut up maybe onto that ridge over there in the centre of the screen now. Have a think about it anyway. But yeah, drop down here, and then depending on what I decide, I need to find a camp spot. Okay, see you later. Not sure you can see what the old footbridge is out of action, so they used the new one. Doesn't look like it's been here very long. Wouldn't be too much of a problem to get across the river at the moment, but it's good to know there's a bridge here. Bit of an easterly breeze, but head over towards these trees. I should find a sheltered spot. That's the tent pitched. Really nice flat spot, short grass, really good. A little bit exposed to the wind here. I could have moved a bit further up, but there's nothing there as good, so I plumped for here. And yeah, a bit further around where we've got a bit more sunlight and say shelter from the breeze, but then if there are any midges about, then I'm sure they'd come and visit. So yeah, quite pleased with that. So it should do me fine. So it's 7:15 now, so probably an hour and a half or so before it starts to go dark. So it's a nice spot. The sun will probably disappear behind the hill on the right. About 3/4 an hour, I suppose. But I can always move up and sit by the river, get a bit of warmth further up. Yeah. So put the sleeping bag in and a mat in, and yeah, get a brew on, I think. That's me all set up. Kettle's on, just waiting for it to boil. Quite a good day today. Not too much walking really. It was only a couple of hours to get across here and where to park the van. But yeah, nice area. Been here a couple of times before, but actually last time was a very dry spell as well, so it's be a bit of concern for later in the trip, getting water, especially if I want to camp high, but we'll see how things go. So I'll enjoy this cup of tea and then I'll think about dinner and then look at the map and pick out a route for tomorrow. There's 3 of the 4 hills just there. There's another one behind the one on the left. Yeah, so all good. Just enjoying the sun at the moment. Not sure how much longer it'll be out, but make the most of it. Bye for now. Good morning. It's a lovely day. Very chilly, but now the sun's just poking above the trees, hitting the tent. It's getting a bit warmer. So I'm just gonna make some breakfast and yeah, pack up on my way. A lot of condensation on the tent, so I'll try and dry that out best I can and then get going. But yeah, lovely spot. No wind this morning, so yeah, looking like a fine day. So these are the hills behind me. I head up there. Just gonna head up the Stoker's Path and then yeah, see how it goes. That's me all packed up now. Nothing left behind. Taking all my rubbish with me. Time to go. The midges have appeared. It's just about 7:30 at the moment. Not too bad. Just an hour after getting up. On we go. It's so tempting, but it's really to stop. Onward and upward. Almost into the Corrie now. Stalker's path. Still continuing on pretty good. Lost it a few places, but on the whole very good. A few little landslides which wagged it away, but all good. Just on the top of the water, the stream here. I've decided which way to go, which is straight up there. There's a stream coming down, so you can probably top up a bit further and get up there. Getting quite warm. It's hoping to be a bit of a breeze further up. I look back around the Corrie and the hills for later in the day. Fill my water bottles up now, fill my belly up a bit as well. I guess this will be the last time I can get water for today anyway, for a good while anyway, so make the most of it and hydrate properly. Just about on the ridge now. Looks like I'm on the path. There's the other Munro over there, and then the rest of the hills down there. So I need to decide whether to cut down from here and then up the other hill, or go up to the top and go from there. I was thinking of cutting a corner there, but there's a big boulder field, so I don't think it's too far from the top anyway, so I think I'll head up there, leave the bag, and head out to the other hill. Doesn't look too much of a drop. It's probably a couple of K, so 4K round trip. And obviously you need to reascend this hill, but that's okay. I'll leave my bag at the top, make it a lot easier. Now, first top of the trip. Quite rocky up here, but mainly stable rocks. So, some fine views. That's the Munro over there I need to go out to. Come back here, collect the bag, and then I'll head out that way. A 5-minute break first, find somewhere to put the bag in the shade to keep things cool, and then yeah, make a move. I've already started on the descent, but I don't think it goes on for too long. That's where it starts off down this shoulder across these boulders, and then curves around down that shoulder there, then up onto the other Munro. Starting to look like a lot more of a climb from down here at the bottom. Didn't look too bad when I first saw it from the top, but fairly straightforward slopes though, you know, so should be fine. Just take our time. We've got all day, so it's good. So here we are, top of the first Munro. Well, the first or fourth, depending which way round you do it normally. on the Strathfarrar. So my totally second, and my first one is going to be my third as well. So it's weather continue fine, just enough of a breeze to keep me cool. Certainly a lot easier coming up there without a bag. So a wee drop of water and then I'll head back. Better views looking this way. The sun behind me. On the way down now. 3 fellow hikers there. Making quite good progress. Nearly back now. Stony section here and a bit of grass, and then found a few boulders at the top. That's me back at the first top. I've collected the bag. It's the cairn just behind me. So I'm going to head off a little bit, just down past the rocks, and yeah, I need to refuel. I'm really hungry, so I'm feeling it a little bit on the uphill. So yeah, get a bite to eat and then continue on. Drop down now to the Bielak and then pull all the way up to the next one, which is probably 100 metres higher than the previous one. Yeah. It's going to be fun. Might not be able to make out, but there's a group of 3 and maybe 3 others on the ridge. Gives it a bit of scale. Looking back to the last Munro, that's quite a steep pull up. Certainly the last section just there. But getting there, and as you can see behind me, that's the last bit, so maybe 100 metres. And maybe a bit beyond that. We shall see. Trig points and 2 cairns up here. Yeah. When I was stood over there, this one looked higher, but now I'm over here, the other one looks higher. I'm touching both. I look back to the previous Munro. And look at what's to come. Need to skate this boulder field first before heading down. It's fairly gentle slopes by the look of it. And down to the coal and then up. And the far top is the next Munro. So, fine day for walking, feeling a bit now though. It's getting a bit tired, but no choice, have to continue. Back to where we just come from. Looks quite impressive from here, and then just a bit to go now to this, I think it's a Munro top. And then the last Munro is a little bit beyond. Getting a bit windy now, so I don't know. Plans for the hike camp might be scuppered. So let's see what it's like over the other side of this Munro. There we are, final top of the day. So it's about 5 o'clock now. Left camp about 7:45, so 9 hours. Possibly try and camp behind that top there. Get shelter from the wind. Forecast is for maybe 30-mile-an-hour gusts, so needs to be sheltered if we're going to camp high. But yeah, have a look and see. view back from where we've come. Quite a long day, as last 2 Munros, quite hard work, but we got there. So I'll scout round for a camp now, or I can't go high, I'll need to go down, probably right to the Glen, we'll see. And the last high top of the day now, so I'm going to drop down a couple 100 metres further along the ridge. I'm pretty sure there were fine water there. There's supposed to be lots of little lock-ins. Main question is whether we can find some shelter. Hopefully, so don't really want to be going all the way down into the glens. I'm quite tired, so quite nice to find a spot, put the tent up, relax. It's 5:15 now, so got plenty of time, but it'd be nice to have a early camp. We'll see. See a little bit of Loch Mona shimmering in the distance there. It's good views onto Loch Mona from the top, where the ridge curls around. That's the tent set up. It's a bit windy, I couldn't really find too much of a sheltered spot. It's about the best I could do. It's not too bad at the moment. As long as it doesn't get too much done, it should be okay. The wind's coming from the east. It's got a northeasterly direction. So I thought that bit of an outcrop might have sheltered me a bit, but couldn't really get any closer to it. Again, ground's good though, and yeah. So now I need to pop back and pick up some walks off one of these lock-ins. The one nearest to me is looking a bit peaty, shall we say, a bit murky. So go and find something I can filter. And then think about getting something to eat. I'll catch you later. That's me settled into the tent, fed and watered, so just relaxing for a bit. Probably got I don't know, half an hour before the sun goes down. Still a bit breezy, but it's not too bad, although it's supposed to be fairly strong winds first thing in the morning, so we'll wait and see. Just to see how much of a sleep I get tonight. I didn't sleep much last night as usual, so it should be tired enough after them 4 Munros, but yeah, we shall see. So sign off for now, and I'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning, welcome to another fine day. It's certainly not as windy as expected. It's just a cool breeze, which is fine. Yeah, so plan for today is probably head back to the van. I think I'll probably go over one of the hills, An Sidhean, I think it is, Corbett. Go up onto the Corbett the way I came down when I did it last time, and then take the long route round back Bacanique, I think it is. Yeah, back to the van. So just take my time, enjoying the weather, and see what happens. Okay, I'll catch you later. Well, it's been a very leisurely start to the day. It's nearly 9 o'clock now, and I've been awake since about 6. A couple of cups of tea and porridge, and yeah, making plans for the day. So just about head off now. All packed up. No trace, apart from a bit of flattened grass. Yeah. So all ready to head off in this direction. I'll probably head for the Corbett. It's kind of over in that direction. So see what happens. See if plans change. Nothing concrete. So let's go. Just working through these few crags, and then plan is to head northeast and drop into the glen, I pick up this ridge that is just opposite, follow that almost to the top, and then there's like a beelach across onto An Sidhean and then up. You can hardly make out the top, it's kind of hidden, and it's just about in centre, just before the big hill in the background. Yeah. So I'm going to work my way around just to the back of that ridge, and then it's going to be a steep drop off, but it's a steep all the way around. There's the hill in the centre ground there, which I intend to go up. I need to drop down almost to the glen floor, although it does rise a little bit. Just at the end of the ridge, I'll make my way up. Need to head this way a little bit first, and then drop down gradually and then steeply. But yeah, another gorgeous day, and then destination An Sidhean, which is centre of the picture. Little pimple that's just masked slightly by the hill in the background. Just about down, and now to have to go and rise up again on the hill opposite. A few peatacks to get past here, and then it's up onto the hill. Nice rocky ridge leading to the first top anyway, so should be quite good walking. This is where we've come down, so pretty steep in sections, but not too bad. Cotton grass starting to appear now, always looks quite nice. A little bit sparse at the moment, but I'm sure in the coming weeks there'll be loads. Probably can't make out the 4 deer on the hill, going roughly in my direction. In the valley of the peathags, fortunately dry on the foot. That's me just about at the top of the rock section. A little bit more of a rise to go, but not too much. A bit further along there's another top, but drop off just before that onto the beelach and then onto An Sidhean. That's where we came from earlier in the day, around the back of that rocky slopes there. Nice grassy section of ridge now along, and then cut along the side onto the beelach and then up to the top. Beelach just in the centre, above centre of the camera at the moment, and then that leads onto An Sidhean. Wondering whether this way onto the beelach is used by stock, and there seems to be a cairn there, so indicating it's been used a few times. I didn't think these paths were very well trodden. I think last time when I came back I come over the top of the hill and then down. Golden plover just up there, making a bit of a noise. Now he's got chicks on the nest, so good job on going this way. Well, there's been a few cairns, there's another one there and one just on the ridge line over there. I assume it's taking me down to the Bealach. Certainly the right direction. I was hoping to be a path a little bit lower down, but safe option seems to be follow the cairns. And let's see what happens. Just about to drop down into the Bealach and across. There's another cairn here just marking the descent route. I'm pretty sure this is the way I came up last time, and then I continued up onto the top of the hill and then down the ridge. But nice views from here down to the glen and the loch in the distance. Some impressive cliffs on this side of An Sidhean. So just drop down a bit and then up them slopes and onto the top. Wind seems to pick up every now and again, but it's not too bad. It's kind of quite new, cooling breeze, so it's fine. Just on the climb now, I'm going to look back down towards the loch and the glen. Look over to the end of the Strathfarrar Ridge. That's the last top. It's the kind of centre of the screen at the top. And then we were camped along the ridge line to the right of that as you look in. So a bit behind the Sgùrr slopes. And route down along this ridge here and to the Bealach and then up. I'll just leave a little bit. We're changing terrain. See where it leads. I need to cut up on the hillside to the right and make way over the top. Decided to continue along the riverbank, or the stream, should I say, and head up into Corbett. Maybe a bit further up I'll take on more water. It's quite an extensive plateau up here on An Sidhean. It can get a bit boggy at times, but obviously be fine at the moment with all this dry weather. Pretty much like the last time I came here, it was on the back of a dry spell. I've just come up through the Choire there, and then there's the top there. You can just about see the Càrn. Well, certainly plenty of water in the loching, so not very deep, but yeah, looks clean enough, so be alright for cooking. Yeah, there's the top just behind it, so I'll probably nip up there now and make some plans. Well, here we are, the top of An Sidhean, and yeah, quite windy up here. I think that's my old Lundy. I did have plans to maybe include that on the trip, but fitness levels and yeah, I'm not going to be up to it really. Tough day yesterday, quieter day today, but I think I'll be pushing it really. Certainly to do that one and the other nearby hills. So I'll probably give it a miss this trip. But yeah, can't believe the weather, just fantastic. There's plenty of places to camp up here, so there's There's actually 4 lock-ins. You can probably get pitched up beside, and plenty of water in them still. But yeah, just need to debate whether to camp here and head out in the morning. It's only 3 o'clock at the moment, or sort of head out now. It's a little bit of a walk out. I believe there's a stalker's path over the back here, and then follow the River Mee all the way back, and then you can follow a footpath on this south side of the loch around the corner, and then back to Inchcherran. So it's probably a good 2.5 to 3 hours maybe, so we shall see. So I've decided to head out. It's supposedly going to be windy again tonight, although that's what was forecast last night and it wasn't too bad. But yeah, I'll head on my way. It's about 12k to get back, so it's yeah, 3 or 4 hours. But it's only 3:30 now, so it was also a little bit early to be setting up camp, although I could have sat and read my book or something. Anyway, going to head off out and yeah, see how it goes. Catch you later. Well, I think I found the stalker's path. There's showing a little bit there, but there's not much path, but there's a cairn there and a cairn here, so I guess this is where it is. See if it gets any better further down. It's definitely the path, but yeah, a little bit overgrown. You can see where it's being worked. If these things don't get used, then they tend to get overgrown and eventually disappear. It's a pity because a lot of them are really well made. I'm back on the stalker's path now, just back on it, lower down, but I lost it for probably half the length, but it's fairly well worn. I couldn't see a cairn after a while, and then just made my own way down. But, yeah, because it was overgrown, I'm not sure how much help it'd be anyway. Yeah, so now I should be pick up the main path. Maybe a bit further down, the stalker's path will take us onto it, and dropping down to the River Mee. So. Well, there's the start or the end of the stalker's path, whichever way you look at it. I lost it on the top there. I just headed down. And the path onward across the Bealach looks to be very boggy and peaty, so not great. Looks like a vehicle track here. So I was hoping the path further on would be alright, but looking down there I can't see much. Certainly not a vehicle track. Nice walk through here. A lot of it's up and down, not much, and quite a few crossings of the stream, but all in all not too bad. A bit rough, a bit grassy, a bit rocky, and in parts really nice. So. Down at the River Mee now. No sign of a proper path as yet. There's a kind of vehicle impressions in the grass. I believe it's supposed to join the main track on the other side of the river, but I cannot see that, so I'll keep looking, see what happens. Just approaching the bridge that I need to take if I'm going to go around the south side of the loch through the woods, or through the trees. I think it's probably a pine forest. That's somewhere deer fencing up there, but there seems to be a gate in the fence, so hopefully the path's still all there. Well, I've reached the forest. It looks like there's some deciduous stuff being planted here. I'm not sure of a path though. I don't really want to be able to go back. can't get through, I might have to go up and round. Plastic I needed. It's about 7:10 now. So time is going on. Anyway, let's see how we go. This is all going. I'll come above the trees or the birch, you know what I mean? Looks like I'm going into pine wood in a bit. I haven't really found a path. I think there's a little traces of deer tracks, but knee-high heather and really steep, so really tough. And I felt it was too far to go back, but anyhow, on we go. A bit of a relief from the heather, but now I've got steep grassy slopes. This part of the pine forest is quite nice. Need to head back down to the shore, but at least I can see a way through to a bit of a clearing, and then I think the plantation. And even then, from here it looks like I can get round the shoreline, so all good. You probably can't make it out, but the Starthconan house is the white building in the distance, and that's where we've got to get to. So let's get going. Things have improved a bit on this section. I'm sure it's just an animal track, but grass is not too long yet. So moving on. This is the time. Very pleasant at the moment. Doesn't quite make up for all the rough bits, but at least things are getting easier. Probably another 45 minutes maybe, and I'll be back. And I can look forward to dipping the river. That's me back at the van after 2.5 days hard walking. Well, two days, last 2 days, very tough. Yesterday, because of the height and high elevation and stuff, today was more distance, I suppose. There was a bit of elevation going up An Sidhean, but yeah. And then the sting in the tail was supposedly going through the woods, but no sign of a path and very difficult terrain. And yeah, it took me a lot longer. So it's 9 o'clock now, and I think I started this morning about 9. I had to stop for lunch and 1 or 2 shorter stops, so a long day. But enjoyed it. I'll be feeling it tomorrow, but probably the day after that. But it's been good. Nice to be out. Okay, bye for now.